Jimmy Brooks. I will remember that. I've got a good memory.
I am not certain it's possible or even fair to compare these two games, simply because Red Dead Redemption 2 is on a completely different level in terms of a fully realized open world, horses and animals, and engaging and quirky stranger events. However, I am enjoying my playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima, and I am working on a commentary of the whole game for the second channel, so I thought we could discuss it here on the main channel and how it compares to Red Dead Redemption 2. For me, Red Dead Redemption 2 is close to a perfect game. However, I cannot say the same for Ghost of Tsushima. Again, it's great. I enjoy it. It's very entertaining. But as I said in another video, I have no plans on building an entire YouTube channel around it. Let's start with the horses. You certainly don't get the variety in Ghost of Tsushima. The player is offered 3 choices: a dapple, a white, and a black. And you are limited to 3 names: Nobu, or Trust, Sora for Sky, and Kage for Shadow. However, those are some really cool horse names, so I cannot complain.
Nobu, makoto no kokoro.
Jin describes the breed as samurai horses, and they are similar to Mustangs or a smaller Ardennes. The breed name, as far as I can tell, is Kizo or Kizauma, and they are a horse breed that is indigenous to Japan. You cannot feed or pet the horse or really interact with it in any other way than riding it. You do get some very charming cutscenes that illustrate Jin's bond with the horse, but we cannot even really tell if they are male or female. Horse mechanics in the game are adequate, but if you are like me, you have been spoiled by Red Dead Redemption 2 and measure all other horses by Biscuit and Silver Dollar, the Count, and Taima. Horses in Ghost of Tsushima are merely a convenient, a way to get Jin from one mission to the next. I do like the samurai fringe across the forehead though. Very pretty. However, Jin Sakai as a character is an intriguing and interesting contrast to Arthur Morgan. Arthur is an outlaw, while Jin is a samurai, which you can consider to be the complete opposite of an outlaw. Both live by a code, both are loyal to a fault, and both will die for the ones they love. In Arthur's case, that is the gang, but in Jin's case, it is the entire island and people of Tsushima. Jin is pretty much single-handedly holding off the entire Mongol army, while Arthur rides around getting into fights and playing with all the horses. Arthur's code of honor is not so clearly defined, with options for good and bad honor playthroughs, while Jin lives and dies by Bushido, the way of the warrior. The most interesting aspect of Ghost of Tsushima is how Jin is forced to set aside Bushido and fight dishonorably with smoke bombs and poison darts and other tools of assassination. To fight an unconventional war against so overwhelming odds, he has to become a ghost, the titular Ghost of Tsushima. Jin sacrifices his honor to fight for his island, but he's conflicted about it. Arthur's code is more amorphous. If you're part of his gang, he'll fight and die for you, and he has the choice in the open world to assist or ignore strangers. The stranger events in Red Dead Redemption 2, as you know, are fully realized and memorable.
Thank you. What are all the cigarettes for? Are you heading on a long journey or something?
No, nothing like that at all. I'm just interested in the cards.
Okay.
Cigarette cards. Oh, you got any?
Yeah?
Well, get them out. Let me take a look. Come on.
A little picture card?
Yeah, I'll pay you a good price.
Okay. Here.
Nothing I haven't got. The value is in completing the set. Sometimes I'll smoke up to 200 cigarettes in one day, just so I can keep opening the packs. I wish I could explain to you the pleasure and the pain I get out of collecting these babies.
Sure. It sounds,
Thrilling? Yeah, it is. Not to mention the vast amounts of life-reaffirming cigarettes I get to smoke. Oh, And the amount of money? A veritable fortune, sir.
Fortune.
In contrast, these stranger events in Ghosts of Tsushima are far more linear. Lots of duels, rescue this peasant, liberate that farmhouse, collect supplies and materials for armor and weapons upgrades. However, Jin is far more cultured than Arthur. He was raised to be a gentleman in a time of knights and kings, or in the case of this game, samurais and shoguns. Jin Sakai is Lord Sakai. He was trained in martial arts, but he also composes poetry and has an inherent spirituality to his character.
ねじくれどこの下闇に草も追い何を思うぞ知る者もなし
Arthur, for his part, draws in his journal, and he does draw beautifully. He has an artistic side and certainly a spiritual side, especially if you go for a good honor playthrough, but the focus of Red Dead Redemption 2 is outward on the open world, and Ghost of Tsushima has this inward, meditative aspect that comes through in Jin's side quests, and also the unquestionably beautiful and breathtaking landscapes of this game. You cannot really interact with the animals in the open world of Tsushima, however you can pet the foxes, which I enjoy immensely and do so every chance I get. And there is a certain beauty to Jin's fighting, a grace and elegance amidst all the blood and swordplay that you just don't get with Arthur in a gunfight. Completely different fighting styles, however. I don't know if this is a fair comparison. Again, Arthur is intuitive, he fights to survive. He developed his skills as a mode of survival, and as for Jin, he has been training for this moment his entire life.
「待たせてしまったな」「無事か？安全な地へ逃げろ」
安全な地？あざもと筒を隔てる川沿いの野営にいたんだがね。猛虎に周りの木を切られてしまったよ。兵器でも作るんだろうな。
その地に赴き企みを止めねばならんな。
As you know, I love Arthur and the open world of Red Dead Redemption 2, so much so that I built an entire YouTube channel around it. And I have to say that if you love Red Dead Redemption 2, that is to say you love horses, a compelling storyline, and characters and gorgeous, simply breathtaking scenery, you will probably enjoy Ghosts of Tsushima. It certainly holds the title of Game of the Summer, if not the year, at least until Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, and certainly lends itself to multiple playthroughs. However, for me, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the game of the decade. I can think of no other game that has captivated my interest for so long and remains fresh and new almost 2 years after release. I don't know if I'll ever finish exploring this world, and I'm not sure I want to. I keep reloading earlier saves and starting over. Ghost of Tsushima, for me, is an interesting diversion. However, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a lifelong obsession.
You sure look the part now. Won't be long before you're smoking cigars and playing the harmonica.
I'll have you know, I used to love playing the harmonica before. Well, my house and everything I own got burned to the ground.
I'm Superantonio. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your views. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily Red Dead Redemption 2 content. We shall meet again. Further on down the trail.
I don't want no pity. Just treat me equal and know nobody's taking nothing from me ever again.
Just don't kill the camp cook. Hey there! Why are you wearing that sailor suit?